What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and I'm doing a video about seeing the best in people. So, this is random, not random, but just it's a truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's something I've been working on and I'm doing and I'm improving. It's seeing the best in people. So, to be honest, they teach us some of this stuff in school. They tell us some of this stuff in school, but like whenever we get out in the real world, on our own, and we start learning about love, we start having to check our character and build our character and put it to the test, so that's what I've been doing and experiencing. And one thing I've learned is seeing the best in people. So I've learned, one, we're able to have discernment, which means the ability to judge well. So for instance, that's like, okay, if someone is morbidly obese, they're 500 pounds and they're only like 5 feet tall, and, they're drinking, gallons of soda and alcohol every day, cigarettes, you know, tobacco, and a whole bunch of processed meats and junk food every day, you know, starches, dairy, meats, etc., etc. And they just stay inside all day watching TV. And you're aware of this. Maybe it's a neighbor, maybe it's a stranger, maybe it's a teacher that you know, who knows, whatever. But and let's say all of a sudden, they get mad and they want to run out of their house and go drive on the freeway, 150 miles an hour, something like that. Then guess what? Discernment is they have some tremendous mental health problems and just general sickness and disease within them. That's the predicament that they're in, and you can already imagine, what's going on in their reality, so that's discernment. Also, however, being able to see the best in people, now how you apply this to this same example scenario that I'm talking about, seeing the best in them is where you're not putting them down. You're not just showing up to their place and attacking them, harassing them, stealing their stuff, taking their stuff, touching them, pointing the finger. It's where you're not doing that. Also, it's where you step up and you're like the bigger man or bigger woman. It's where let's say maybe you're a personal trainer or you're a nutritionist or maybe you're some type of counselor, with emotions and feelings, something like that, and you approach them, you're like, hey, maybe they have some cool shoes on or a cool hat or a shirt, or even, let's say they're even just smiling, and you just compliment them genuinely on something about them, and you uplift them, and you see past all the heavy negatives, to where you're like, man, I'm so in love with myself, in my purpose, that I'm not even gonna be ruminating on someone else's problems. I'm here to provide solutions. Like I'm always saying, here on here, I'm giving health and wellness consultations, $60 an hour, you know what I'm saying, and beyond. I'm open to receiving all of the financial wealth opportunities to me. I'm worthy to attract the best financial money gain circumstances into my life. And I will do it, and I am doing it. So anyways, with that being said, seeing the best in people, that's, I'm over here always studying personal trainer notes and whatnot. So that's the same thing. I'm seeing the best in them. Once I start to develop and get to know them, they'll probably open up to me, from one side, and also vice versa. It goes both ways. they could be thinking the same thing about me. You know, they could be like, oh, look at this jock, you know, this nerdy jock, weird jock, you know, always doing YouTube. He's tall, he doesn't fit anywhere, but yet he's very charming and, you know, has this glow. He's always into herbs and nature and just chilling, and it's real smooth, you know, and whatever. Like, he doesn't fit anywhere. You know, just it goes on both ways, and that's how like the law of exchange happens, is when we're both able to disregard, you know, flaws and stuff, like just to see past flaws and just actually be able to do work together, you know, where I'm training them, you know, where they open up to me about saying, oh, you know, maybe they have a family, they have a bunch of children, but maybe their children are all living somewhere else, you know, because they just had to get space. You know, they had to get themselves right or whatever. Or maybe their children live with them and they're on the baseball team, and maybe they have, you know, a farm somewhere with the animal sanctuary and they love animals, and who knows, you know, the possibilities are endless. But the point I'm making is just like, I'll be assisting them to get right, you know, with their health, you know, getting them to do push-ups, getting them to, you know, do a mile, getting them to climb stairs and do sit-ups and whatever. And I'm here to see the best in them, you know. If when they come to me, you know, asking for help, you know, I'm not gonna be like, you know, disrespectful to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here accepting the opportunity, you know. So of course I'm bringing out the best out of them, seeing the best in them, and working with them, you know, meeting them where they are, just like how they're gonna meet me where I'm at, you know, because they can try to compare me to all these other people, you know, and I can do the same to them. They can try to point out all the wrongs and stuff about me, you know, stuff may not look perfect on paper. Oh, you know, he doesn't have a car, or he's so young, or, you know, he's a vegan, barely any people are vegan, or, you know, this or that. You know, we can do that all day on both sides. I could do that to him or them, her, and they can do that to me. Or we could both just disregard that and build something together where I'm helped out financially, and also maybe in the tech nerdy world, maybe with the website, with the, you know, something technologically speaking, you know, maybe they're into that and they help me out financially, and I'm able to help them out spiritually as well as in the health and wellness fitness world, you know. So like, that's the best example scenario I can give for seeing the best in people. And I learned this through relationships, because like, I'm talking about intimate relationships, just dating, you know, women, you know, me being with the women. That's just common sense, you know. Like, we're supposed to uplift our spouse, you know, the woman who I'm designed to be with, I'm supposed to be uplifting her, you know. I'm always doing that. So like,